Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my first month on carnivore plus taking Ozempic. So I want you to keep that in mind. This is not just carnivore results, but carnivore while taking Ozempic. So let's talk about it. When I first started carnivore, I weighed in at 246.6 pounds. And today I weighed in at 235.2, so in total I lost 11.4 pounds. Now, the majority of that was lost in the beginning. I only lost about 4 pounds since I adjusted my Ozempic. If you didn't watch my last video, go back and take a look at that. I will link that. I had some issues with my blood sugar dropping and not being able to eat enough, and my weight loss stalled about halfway through the month. So that's part of that issue with the Ozempic, and so I wanted you to be aware of that. I'm hoping to see some bigger losses this next month, but even more important than that, I'm hoping to see even more body healing, and I think that's the biggest goal, is not just getting skinny, but actually healing my body. My first week with carnivore was fantastic. I am loving this way of eating. I started it just because I needed to prioritize protein as my macronutrient, because with Ozempic it is appetite suppressing, and so I needed to be able to get enough of the protein nutrients so that my hair didn't start falling out and my muscles didn't start going away, things like that, and really prioritizing that for what I was able to eat. And this seemed like a pretty easy decision. We've been keto in the past. We've tried carnivore in the past pretty unsuccessfully just because I got bored with it pretty quick in the beginning. But I did a lot more research prior to starting it this go round. Another thing that we did differently this time around to help keep us on track was we weren't as strict in the beginning. So instead of saying only salt and beef, we decided to allow dairy and seasonings into the mix, because we found that for us, realistically, those things we are fine with. If down the line I decide that my body doesn't like those, we can always cut them out later on. But for now, we're not having a problem with them. So we're just gonna keep them in place and see how we go and continue working on healing our bodies. Another big thing is that we're not strict carnivore. Like I said, we have seasonings and dairy, but I also eat pickles. So about halfway through the month, when I was really struggling with my sugars and things like that, I decided that I wanted to add in pickles to help with some nausea, but also with some gut healing with the fermentation. And I did a lot of research before doing that, but it seems to have helped quite a bit with the nauseous feeling that I get with Ozempic, and that has settled my stomach quite a bit. So I eat not even like a whole pickle. So like I get the like deli slices, sandwich slices, stacker things, and I eat 1 or 2 of those a day, and that's it. And that's only really if I'm craving it, or if I'm feeling a little bit nauseous, I'll add those in. And that has helped a lot. But other than that, I stick pretty strictly to just the meat, fat, and dairy, because I find that that's what makes my body feel the best and where I find the most success. During this first month, we have experienced eating out, and that's been kind of interesting. Learning to be brave and ask questions, asking if we can have them trade out sides for meat or not have the sides at all, or ask them to bring a to-go box to take the sides home for our niece, things like that. And most restaurants have been actually really accommodating. A couple of restaurants have gone above and beyond, which has been really nice and kind of shocking to experience just how accommodating they will be if you ask nicely. Even if they say no, at least we ask. Something that I've started doing though is I carry my own salt and my own butter to restaurants because I don't know what kind of butter that they have, and I've noticed that a lot of places only carry the iodized salt and I don't like it. It tastes really metallic to me and doesn't make me feel great, so I take the salt that I like and the butter that I like and I just take a little to-go container with me and nobody seems to mind. Another thing that we had to experience this month was that Tommy had to travel for work. So we were figuring out how hotel rooms worked and I was having to research that. So I made sure he had plenty of like hard-boiled eggs, some bacon, plenty of electrolytes because he was walking a lot for a conference for work. Things like that. He was sending me menus and I was having to do research on the fly, different things like that, and he found a lot of success doing that. He still managed to lose 6 pounds while on this conference, which is phenomenal, because normally when we go on vacation or on a work trip or things like that, we both gain weight, and that didn't happen for him. So we count that as a very big success. In a future video, I am going to cover his side of the carnivore weight loss. He wants to share with you guys. I just haven't had a chance to sit down with him yet. So we'll be doing that in the future, so look for that. And then the biggest thing that I have been doing is just figuring out different ways to cook different meats that we already enjoy, trying new ways of cooking them, trying different seasoning blends, just giving different things a try, leaving certain ingredients out of old favorite dishes to see if they still work that way. We've had some successes, we've had some fails, and that's okay. It's just a learning process. If you've been here for a little bit, you saw my budget grocery haul towards the beginning of the month, and so far we are doing really well with that. Even though we've had a few guests and unexpected visitors that we have made meals for, we are still doing very well with that, and I'm interested to see just how long our food actually lasts now that I'm actually eating more as well. So I'm gonna do an update on that as well coming up in the future. I am really looking forward to continuing this carnivore diet the further we go into summer because I love to use my smoker to smoke different kinds of meats. That's probably my favorite way to make a steak, to make chicken legs, different things like that. And we have a griddle that I like to make smash burgers and different things like that on. When it's cold outside, it's hard to do that. And where we live, we have quite a bit of wind in the winter, so it's hard to make those things outside. So I'm really looking forward to being able to cook outside a lot this summer, and especially with carnivore. I've been finding for breakfast, I'm still not back into a fried egg phase, which is fine. I'm sticking with my boiled eggs. I have been able to go from eating just 1 boiled egg a day to 2, because my appetite's increasing, thankfully, and I eat that with bacon like you would a fried egg. I've narrowed down exactly how I like my boiled eggs, which is fantastic because I'm very particular. I don't like them overdone or underdone. There's very happy medium, and so I finally figured that out. I'm gonna work on making meat chips here this next week. Since I have some energy, I'm catching up on housework. I've been doing laundry for like 3 days, and so laundry and dishes and house cleaning, it's all finally getting caught up now that I have some energy and my blood sugar's not tanking on me. Things are looking up, and I'm excited also to start going back to the gym. I really miss that. This weekend is mine and Tommy's 13th wedding anniversary, and it's also the start of Kaylin, our niece's baseball season. So I'm excited to kind of have just a busy weekend and have a lot of fun. But that is all I have for you today. I can't wait to see you on Tuesday when I weigh the pros and cons of doing carnivore with OZEMPIC. So we'll see you then. Until then, bye.